Hey, G.I. Joe fans. Happy anniversary to Cobra Island. And being that today is our anniversary, we are actually looking at a figure that comes with a weapon variant, as well as a file card variant, an Iron Grenadier. And being that it's the anniversary episode, we are doing a no shoutouts of the week for this week's G.I. Joe video this week again. And mainly because we're looking at two file cards, a figure that comes with 4 accessories, as well as, kind of like doing another glance over at the same figure, but mostly focusing on the variant on the little laser pistol. So let's do our first shout out of the week, and we are actually joined by many optimists doing this video, and we have many optimists giving his opinion. Not really, but you know, it is what it is. But we're going to look at the file cards first, being that there are 2 of them. Both of these Iron Grenadiers came in the a comic 2-pack. This one came in the Iron Grenadier with the black-headed Destro figure, or the gold-headed Destro figure. Which one you could ever get, which one you could get your hands on. And he came with this file card, which says Elite Trooper, codename Iron Grenadier, and which does come with a portrait of the Iron Grenadier, but it has a Cobra logo. But he is the Iron Grenadier soldier from Destro's personal Iron Grenadier army, where he shares his name with. And it says, Destro has built up his army of Iron Grenadier troopers from among his bodyguards. Chosen for their endurance, tenacity, and pure meanness, Iron Grenadier troopers are part of the weapon supplier's plans to take control of the Cobra organization. The Iron Grenadier force has been trained to infiltrate an area and spread panic and chaos, resulting in an increased demand for weapons. Supplied by Destro, of course. An Iron Grenadier trooper is like an obnoxious salesman with guns. In fact, he gets a commission on any armament sold because of his efforts. He receives incentive points for starting riots and encouraging armed revolts. Quote at the bottom says, "We have no hearts. We have no fears. We sell you guns. We sell you spears. We are the Iron Grenadiers," part of the Iron Grenadier marching song. And then we've got the file card variant, which also shows the Iron Grenadier with the enemy, right here, which is actually better. This one came with the Viper comic 2-pack, which says Elite Trooper, codename Iron Grenadier. See, that's the first variant. Here's the second variant of this file card, and this gives his file name as various, which it should be because he's multiple different people. Primary military specialty is infantry, birthplace various countries. And which is stated because he's from various troopers, so he's from various areas. And it says in the middle text is somewhat identical, with a couple missing words, couple changes here and there. And it says Destro built his army of Iron Grenadier troopers from among his bodyguards. Chosen for their endurance, tenacity, and pure meanness, Iron Grenadiers infiltrate an area and spread panic and chaos, resulting in an increased demand for weapons supplied by Destro, of course. Iron Grenadier troopers apply their skills in combat and persuasion to conquer anything from a territory rich with resources to a skyscraper hiding a valuable weapon. Mercenary to the core, their reward is a percentage of the profits gained for their endeavors. Quote at the bottom is, "Resistance is fading. We will be in control in minutes." Which actually does state a lot for this guy. So let's take a look at his accessories, starting with his figure stand. Codename Iron Grenadier in the front, and he's got an upraised Cobra logo. which in my opinion should be a Destro logo, but that's just my thing. He comes with a sleeve, which can actually attach to a belt, which can attach to his waist. And he's got a sword to fit that scabbard, which is a ceremonial sword with a good, awesome knuckle guard, golden knuckle guard. Black Uzi, bigger than the ones we've seen with Snake Eyes and several other figures. And he comes with a red ray pistol, which we have in a variant, which we will look at right now, taking off the one with this Iron Grenadier. As you can see, it's the same weapon, same molded plastic, but just different color paint. So let's look at the Iron Grenadier, which he is awesome looking. He's got the black helmet with the fin on top, with the red mask with the black visor. He's got the gold strap with the black belt, with the gold shoulder pad with the red lines in it. Black uniform, red at the elbows, gold at the wrists, red at the knees, but everything else is pure black. Awesome looking figure. Articulation is his head does rotate the full 360. It does get hindered right at the shoulder, but you know, it is what it is. His arm, his arm does raise somewhat at the shoulder joint, about that tall. This one's a little stiff. He can rotate at the wrist, or at the, not at the wrist, but the shoulder joint all the way around. He does rotate at the wrist, I will tell you that. He does have the elbow bend. It can lift to about 90 degrees. Ugh. I had an itch on my nose. He can rotate at the elbow, the full 360. It is kind of hindered a little bit at the elbow joint. And like I said, his wrist can rotate the full 360. He does have the ab crunch feature and can rotate at the waist or at the chest area, left and right. His legs are at a regular T-hook, which he can split it by so far. He can lift his legs so high. He's got the double bend at the knee. And he can pivot at the ankle, as well as rotate at the ankle and whatnot. Ugh. My nose is itchy for some reason. So let's go ahead and gear this guy up and put him next to his variant so we can look at him. And here's the Iron Grenadier, which I said, you know, he has his laser pistol variant, but everything else is the same. This guy is a top tier figure. You know, very, very cool to have an army builder to protect your Destro. Whether it's the gold head Destro or the black head Destro, whichever one you can have. And Optimus Prime says, they are good. I'll take them both on. You know, show out mini Optimus, we alright. You know, and this is our anniversary, so we gotta have an awesome figure to celebrate our anniversary. Being together and you guys joining in for all the awesome times we've had. You know, and all the growth that we had with this channel. So this is a good figure, top tier figure, especially for an army builder. You know, army builders are usually cool. They would have made cool Cobra figures, but you know, like me and quite a few others have always said, you know, when it comes to Destro, you have to have like good weapons to sell to your enemies, but you gotta save the best for yourself. So the Iron Grenadier Troopers are technically the best foot soldiers, because Destro has to have the best because they're his personal bodyguards. You know, so these guys have to be better than the regular blue shirts or anybody on the Viper Corps. You know, that's just my opinion. But these Vipers these Iron Grenadiers are pretty cool. They're good to have to add into the collection. I'm glad to have them. So thanks for tuning in, and now you know, and knowing is head to battle. Tune in after this, we're going to do a Transformers toy review as an anniversary, a special Beast Wars episode review, another G.I. Joe review, which is actually a G.I. Joe I have not done on this channel yet. So we get a debut on this channel for Cobra Month. And then we got a He-Man, Thundercats, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle special cartoon episode review, plus a double G.I. Joe comic book review today. So tune in later to watch them. And now you know, and knowing is head to battle. See you in the next one. Peace.